So, we need to finish inspecting the room where Lady Brackenstall is resting. We need to inspect the crime scene in the dining room still. There must be things we haven't found yet. Let's review what we have found. So, on the chair, we found a piece of bell rope. That, well, I guess I thought it was a curtain rope, but it looks like it's from like a servant's bell, you know, like those ding ding that posh people have. And they use that to tie her to the chair. It may still have the scent of the intruders. There were 2 glasses on the, well, 3 wine glasses in total on the what is it? On the dining room table. One of them were decanted, but sorry, 2 of them were decanted. One of them had trace of bees' wings, so it wasn't decanted, but the decanter was on the, you know, on the table. So it's like, why would only one of them have bees' wing in it? Which is what you get when you don't decanter red wine properly. Not as much these days, but back in the old days you had to do that because it was all a bit more natural. Now there's more chemicals in them. But anyway, there was a large amount of bees' wing in it. Were found in the dining room. I guess we can talk to, because you can see the dialogue box means we can talk to Lady Brackenstall about that. She has old bruises. We should question her about that, but we haven't yet. We were holding off on that. I want to see if I can find something other than the bruises to support that theory, because otherwise she'll clam up. Lestrade said that it seems to be a robbery turned into a murder. They apparently stole some silverware, but there's a lot of really expensive shit in here that could have also been grabbed and shoved under their arms and they run off with. Why just silverware? You know, there's like a really old candlestick. She's got a brooch on. She's not changed, you know, since the knight's problem. So they said that Sir Eustace Brackenstall, which tried to resist, is dead. His head was knocked in with his own fire poker. According to the Lady Brackenstall words, it was the Lewisham gang of burglars. There was a newspaper article in the room about them being back in town and terrorizing people with descriptions of the 3 individuals for, you know, the paper doing a public service and what have you. So she could have just read that and been like, oh, we can blame this on them if she was involved. We'll have to see. The 3 Randalls, that's their name. Yeah, the Randall family. Because they're like a dad and 2 son burglar family. There was also the Rock of Gibraltar picture. This was the boat that she apparently sailed here on from Adelaide in 1893. So her and her maid, because they're from Australia, sailed here from Adelaide, Australia, on a ship called the Rock of Gibraltar. This was it here. Family business booming, the Randall gang is back on the streets. So less than a fortnight ago, the infamous family of burglars broke into the Randalls, made their appearance with a brutal, successful intrusion of different homes. So literally, she described them as they're described in here. The gang has been in business for considerable time, a family of 3, a father and 2 sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and grey hair, which she said looked to be in his 40s and had greying hair. And then he was average height and build. And then there was another one, William Randall, tall and broad shoulders. That was the first person she saw. The man tall, broad shouldered, and then 2 people came behind. One of them grey hair and average build. Another one was a skinny, younger looking one. That's Melvin Randall. So yeah, she probably just read that for all we know. Let's see, so let's have a look at her. Lady Brackenstall, not quite 25, is a wealthy Australian family, married for a little more than a year, has in all probability suffered physical violence over the course of the last fortnight. The lady lives a solitary life and seldom ventures outside. All the signs of, you know, an abused wife, basically, with bruises on her hands and everything. Her maid, Teresa, very attached to her mistress, very protective of her, has known her for a considerable time. She's the only resident here besides them. She's cooks for them, serves as a nursing lady, would not hesitate to protect her in the event of trouble. Right. So we've still got things we might need to find in here. We'll wander around. I don't think I used actually my detective vision yet. Oh, there we go. Hi. What is this? Oh, this is where the rope would have been.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Turn my own speakers up. There we go. Yeah, so the bell rope would have been there, look. And yeah, there's the stolen silverware, but that candlestick looks expensive. Why didn't they take that? In fact, they've only tossed this one little area. I mean, they're not exactly going to carry the grandfather clock out there, but... yeah. I think there's anything else we can find. The bell rope, we can get Toby, the pet dog, to have a sniff. See if he can track things down. Well, we'll go do that in a short while. So is that everything? Yes. There's Lestrade, being thoroughly useless as always, getting his fingers all over the glass, man. Take your greasy mitts off.
I've searched outside for footprints, without any luck.
Alright, fine. Like I expected anything else. Here we go. Right. Let's have an inspection around here, see if there's anything else in this room we can fathom. There's a picture here. Oh, hello.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it. This.
Let's ask about the 3 glasses, because it's designed to look like the 3 burglars came and helped themselves to some wine. One of them would have not decanted it, and then the other 2 must have done after the fact. It couldn't have been done the other way around. So why was it done that way? Unless somebody else was there first, and then they've added 2 glasses since.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
I don't buy that. I'm not buying that at all. Because, again, why would one of the glasses have had the wine poured directly into it, and the other 2 decanted afterwards? They would have just... And besides, you know, that's a posh thing. 3 burglars who were formerly pirates are just going to pour themselves a glass each and bottoms up, right? So, yeah, I don't buy that. They wouldn't have decanted it at all. None of that posh nonsense.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
She's like, tough shit. Is there any reason we shouldn't ask this yet, still? I mean, we can guess those bruises were probably made in the attack. We've no reason to doubt that. But the bruises on her hand show from like a couple of weeks ago. She was also attacked then. I might hold off on that still. It's
Your
just,
ladyship.
yeah. I'm worried that we might close off other avenues of investigation if we just pushed there right now. Alright, so we've asked about the glasses. We can ask about the bruises on the hand. Ah, now we can go in the garden. Okay. Probably have a good look around. This could have been the way they came in. Or the way she says they came in. Can't go through there. Nope. Thing about this statue that's interesting to him. Thing about that paper. Can't go in there. Okay. Let's go get Toby. Let's look at the deductions we've got so far as well while we're travelling. Wow, we've got a lot of information already. So, 2 glasses versus the one with beeswing, they will go together. That'll form as a conclusion of some kind. So, there were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with beeswing. Again, 3 burglars aren't going to have preferences like that. There were 2 people drinking wine out of these glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consisted solely of the dregs from the other 2 glasses. That's a good point. But we'll leave that for now. Let's go back to the clues. So, I'm thinking criminals identified and Randall's well known goes together. She saw a newspaper. Let's pick one of those for now and then it'll untag that as a new one. The robbery was faked, the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls, or the Randall gang did it. I don't know, I'm going to go with that for now. I'm not buying this. Not yet. Bent poker on the fireplace grate. No. And the dead body, well we know he was bashed head in possibly with the poker. Could have been due to a poker blow. Okay. Or, an alternative hypothesis could have been due to his accidentally striking his head on the fireplace grate, because there was a lot of blood on there. And it's like, well, if he was hit, it would be on the wall. It wouldn't be on the, you know, on the grate, right? Doesn't match. That doesn't match either. Okay, right. So we've paired a bunch of stuff up. That gives us a starting point.
Someone should take Toby for a walk.
Yes, thank you for that hint. Just still there. Oh god. Alright, oh, we can examine the rope. Do that
Let
first.
us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
We have scissors, and we have cutters of some kind, and a knife. So let's assume a knife, first of all, because, you know, that's a criminal's weapon, right? Slice.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? I got it right then. Okay. I imagine if we used a different one, it would have shown something else.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Alright, Toby, let's go.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Doggy! Oh, we don't have an option to pet the dog. How disappointing.
Search, Toby.
Oh god, but we can play as the dog. We can play as the doggy. We have doggo vision. That's it. Bark at the door and it will open. So whoever handled this rope went over here to the greenhouse. Then they left. The scent goes away again.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Strange. But yeah, look, it then goes across here. Goes back on itself. To the well.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
And then it goes away from the well from the other side. And up over the wall.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Yeah, because you know you want to just get the F out in the straightest line possible, right? Let's have a look. Now we can go in. Okay, there's a hook.
This hook might be useful. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Okay, so that's everything gathered from there. There's what looks like blood. You see that? The red stain on the bottom of the bucket looks a little bit like blood. Well now. Glittering gold.
There's
Trinkets and
something
baubles.
glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Let's examine the bucket. Yeah, look at that.
The bucket can be easily
I guess it's
removed.
not. It could just be the texture. Attach the hook.
there's something glittering at...
Yes, how could you reach it indeed? Oh, maybe we have to use the crank? Ah!
The wheel handle is old and rusty. It seems to be used infrequently.
I mean, who draws water from a well these days? You buy it in plastic bottles now. Okay, what have we got here but silverware?
This is hardly a coincidence.
Well then. Nothing in detective vision about it.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
No way the Randall gang would have done that. They may have hidden it, but not in the grounds of the place they just killed a man in. They'd take it somewhere else and hide it there first. Well then. Sharp knife, knotted rope. I mean, that's the thing as well. They were tied in sailor's knots. Could indicate they had a sailor background. Oh god, is it going to turn out that the maid or something has... like she's like the daughter of a sailor or something like that? That'll be very cool. Silverware found now, so that gives us an alternate hypothesis. The robbery could have been imitated to explain the death. The silverware was not supposed to be found. I mean, clearly they wanted it back. That's why they hid it locally. Criminals plan to return for the silverware. No, they would have taken it like to the opposite side of London and buried it somewhere out of town. So we can talk to her about the silverware now. Still got to inspect the room where she's resting. Like, we haven't found everything there yet. Lestrade, guess what I found?
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Good question.
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
I mean, if that was the case, they would have just left it behind. Like, oh, we've killed a man, we shouldn't rob the place now, just go, run. You know, if they were going to dump the silverware. Why go to the garden shed? I mean, I guess they went there for the hook, to lower it down to begin with. And we reused it to get it back. But they could have just dropped the silverware down there. They went to get the seed bag. Put the silverware in a seed bag. They said that bags had been moved. Okay. Said that bags had been moved. Is there anything else in here that we should be looking at? I mean, other than the safe, which we need to find the combination for. And we know they love pictures of hunting. In the other rooms, what's interesting about this room is there's not a lot of hunting scenes. All flowers and stuff. Let's see what Teresa has to say for herself still. So we can quiz her about the silverware. Or we can quiz Lady Brackenstall about it. Maybe. Let's just go straight to her first.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Didn't look a little worried. No, but she didn't ask where was it.
Your ladyship? We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
It's like, yes, and I'm figuring out your con. Cleverer than you guys. Gotta be something else in this room if it's telling us to search the room where she's resting. There's nothing on the ground, is there? Sometimes it's easy to miss that.
Let us try to open this safe.
I mean, I guess maybe it hasn't... Oh,
This
right,
safe
we can just
can
try
be
to pick the
cracked.
lock.
I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay, so... Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go.